Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another inspiring episode of Coach's Talk Show. Let me see how many of you are joining us today. All right. So, if you are there with me joining today's episode and you are attending the live call, please type hashtag live in the comments. Or if you are watching the recording of this particular, replay of this particular episode, please type replay in the comments. We would like to see how many of you joined us live. Let me see my phone once and check are we live here. Yeah. Okay, we are pretty much live on Facebook. And yes, now we start our conversation. What we are going to do today. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, let me tell you what is Coach's Talk Show. It is it is a live podcast where we invite the powerful coaches who can share their journey with us, that how they came into coaching, what inspired them, and how they help, whom they help. Because there are so many things about coaches which many people don't know, that their personal experience transform them first so that they can support you, empower you in this journey as well. So that way we select particular speakers, ask them for their timing, and because they're having their busy schedule, still if somebody accept and come here, we do a conversation based on a topic. And today the topic we selected is talking about your self authenticity. So I just want to ask this question to any one of you who is listening right now. This conversation is, have you ever felt guilty of doing something which is not as per your plan? So suppose if you plan that I want to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning and you wake up late, you started feeling guilty. Or if you have some other work to do and you plan to just, invest some time in listening to music, just, investing some time to do something which is illogical, and you start feeling, oh, I have done something wrong. So all of this if come in your life and you feel like something, like you are doing a lot of things to make your life better, but still something is missing in your life. That's the self connection, or I would say that's you who is missing your own self. So today we are going to talk about this, and to talk about this topic we have a special guest with us. But first let me start with my introduction. If anyone of you know me, I would like to share my introduction. My name is Neha Garg, and I'm a digital skill coach. I work with women business owners to make them invisible to invincible by giving them digital boost, knowing the each and everything about the digital platform and technology. That's what I do as a coach. And today the speaker we invited, her name is Namrata Vishal, and she is here with us. She is a self authenticity facilitator, and she is the founder of IntraUniverse, and also she is the founder of Artvilla. So she is here with us to share her insights about this, so that we can connect with ourselves again while going through this journey, so that we will never lose our own self. So Namrata, I would like to invite you on this virtual stage. Welcome to Coach's Talk Show.
Thank you, Neha, for inviting me over here. And I would love to talk to. I love talking to people, and I love talking to you, especially. So yeah, thanks for inviting. And this is a moment where I really want to tell everyone that if you have not done something which is illogical, which Neha said, I think. We define things with logic and illogical, but all the illogical things or all the free things in life are the things actually make you meet yourself. So if you have not done illogical thing, please do something today after this session, after this talk show of sure, and feel yourself. That's more important.
जैसे बारिश का मौसम है तो कुछ लोगों को भीगना पसंद होगा,
Yes.
बच्चों की चॉकलेट लेके खाना पसंद होगा, बहुत सारी छोटी-छोटी चीज़ें जो शायद हम भूल गए हैं, और हम
Yeah.
आज से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। हर दिन एक नया दिन होता है। So नम्रता,
Just bring your child back.
yes, true, agree with you. Just before we start the conversation related to the topic, we would like to hear from you how you started your journey. And I know you're helping so many people. Would you like to share? It's like, what is self authenticity according to you, and what made you, or I would say, inspired you to become a self authenticity facilitator?
So I'll tell you my story. It's about childhood. From the childhood, I was very bindas. My uncle, one of my uncle, used to call me Fatela Dhol. So basically, talking means मैं कहीं पे भी कुछ भी बोल दूं, and I would not feel guilty about it. That was me. But slowly and steadily, when I became adult and I came into a life and I in someone else's house and became a house means a wife of someone, I really felt that slowly and steadily we started becoming people pleaser. And when I felt that pinch of becoming a people pleaser, I was like losing myself. तभी मुझे समझा कि नहीं, this is not me, and the child Namrata, the baby Namrata was just pushing me and saying कि वापस आ जा. And I started, and because my husband was so supportive, I could be that child for the rest of my life now. And I'm really thankful that I got a good partner, a good family. But also, I'm very strong at saying that I never felt competition in my life. So that's where this thing comes in. When we are always thinking or worried about competition, we become like हम लोग को authentic रहना डर लगता है. We become people pleaser. But I was not at all afraid of anything from the start, and that helped me to become a self authenticity facilitator. I started my journey in 2000 when I started teaching after my 10th standard. So in 11th, I started teaching art. And all my students who used to come to me, like from the age of 4.5 to 72-year-old, uh, whoever came to me to learn art, they told me that you don't teach us art. You teach us how to live life in a real manner. And I was shocked. How did I do that? But then I understood I was living like that. And that was inspiring them. And I became a self authenticity facilitator when I entered the online market. I entered the online market in 2023, just 2 years back. But this journey has been beautiful. This journey has been a roller coaster also because of my life going up and down. But everything was taken into account by saying that, am I real? If I'm not, then I would correct myself. And that really helped me.
Thank you so much for sharing that. We all can see the journey behind it, and somewhere it is resonating, huh? Somebody who is watching us, you can just put in the comments if you feel like that it resonate with me. We also felt like that. And Namrata, I just want to share that when I met you first time, I actually felt like you are so lively, you are in the moment, and you are present there with us. And we were like, in our mind there are so many thoughts going on, but you were there. It's like you have the phone, but we are sometimes we also do now. We give so much importance to the stuff we carry, we forget the person who is in front of
In
us.
front of us.
Yes, so that I felt there when I met you the first time, and I felt like this is how people should live their lives. So thank you for sharing your journey, and some of you will always like whoever is mentioning here, yes, resonating. Thank you for sharing
Thank
that.
you.
So when why what do you think that why this happen with people, that they lose themselves, they become people pleaser, or they forget their own authenticity? Why happen with them?
Um, I'll tell you. When you see a baby is very curious about doing everything. He or she doesn't feel that the shit is also bad. Okay, they will touch the shit also. So I am saying, I'm just giving you a very extreme example because I'm saying that they don't feel anything is wrong or right. They don't judge anything. And slowly and steadily we start teaching them that this is right, this is wrong, this is how you should sit, this is how you should stand, this is how you should speak to people. And everything has been taught. influenced. Um, Unknowingly, we lose ourselves slowly and steadily. And this is a process, this is a continuous process we go through. But once we understand, we start being aware of like we are different. We are different from others. Even if we are in the society, we are unique and we have our own purpose why we have come here. We'll stop actually, not start, we'll stop getting influenced by others. And this happened to me very early, at very early stage. And hence, I would never compete in my school also. That doesn't mean I don't participate in competition. I participate in competition, but the competition was taken as a game, not as my life. All right. So I used to always participate to win, but that doesn't mean if someone else won, I would not celebrate. I would celebrate like I sometimes it happened like the opposite person is winning and I'm celebrating more than him or her. And I'm like, they are like, kya ho gaya? Pagal ho gayi hai kya? But then I feel that's how I am. I really feel we should celebrate everyone's each other's life because we are so unique and I love seeing people and learning from people. So that is how I've been working on this. And it's really a journey where nothing is difficult. Everything becomes really simple and easy.
Possible even.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is possible.
Yep.
Absolutely possible. People are afraid
Mm,
that is it possible to not lie? But I say self authenticity doesn't mean not lying.
mm,
It's about not lying to your own self.
be
सब
true
लोग
and
बोलते हैं कि तुम छुपाते नहीं हो कुछ भी. तो मैंने बोला ऐसा तो नहीं है, मैं भी छुपाती हूँ. बट मैं खुद से नहीं छुपाती. मैं खुद को सच बोलती हूँ. Even if I have to slap myself, I would slap myself if I'm doing something wrong. That's what self authenticity is all about.
yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yes, my net was a little bit glitch. Yep. I was just going to the thoughts when you shared that, ऐसा होता है, ऐसा होता है. So I was just recalling those moments where competition was taken as a, as a degree, or I would say a mark for somebody's capability or incapability.
Yeah,
And I used to feel that why people even make competition. Don't make competition. I don't want to win. So there was one teacher who realized me that we are not in a competition with others, we are in a improvement with others.
mode
So
with
it's like how
ourselves.
people perceive this. There is a information in the world, but how people perceive that. So what you just shared now, that I celebrate like them, that is needed for each one of us to enjoy the competition
Yeah.
even. So if you just describe that, if somebody wants to live an authentic life, what would it look like for somebody? What changes they can do in their lifestyle, and how they can actually be authentic while having their boundaries in place and they're doing the work as well.
Yeah, boundaries are important,
Yeah.
surely, or else everyone will walk on you. That's not needed. So, I think being authentic is very easy. Easy से भी ज़्यादा, I would say simple. People say easy नहीं है, but simple है. We make things complicated by not being authentic, I would say. So अगर मैंने एक झूठ बोला है तो मुझे याद रखना पड़ेगा और मुझे और 100 झूठ बोलने पड़ेंगे. But if I am not lying to myself, I don't have to worry about any other lie to be told, right? So being authentic is a process. Slowly and steadily, how you can change yourself is just ask yourself whenever you're selecting. Every second you choose something, right? Today I'm choosing to sit down. कभी कभार हम पॉडकास्ट स्टैंडिंग कर सकते हैं या घूम के कर सकते हैं. Anything. So we select things. And Neha selected a Zoom call and then came online on Facebook. That was selected, a mode was selected. So every time when you select, you just need to ask yourself, is this really what I want? Am I aligned with this? If the answer comes yes from within, it's an authentic version of yourself talking about. So, and is it influenced by others? Which is a question I ask myself. Am I worried of fearful and taking a decision? Then it's a problem. If it is not, I'm not afraid at all. I am not influenced by people. Am I doing it from inside, whatever is coming from inside? Then everything is authentic. So for me, this all questions matter. And abhi wo automation pe hai mere saath. कि like every time I select any small thing also, like a chocolate also, I ask myself, really I want to have? Or is it like I'm seeing someone else doing it and I want to copy it? If that is the case, then you don't need it. So I stop myself by seeing that if I'm copying someone. So that has become, and I'm been a rebellion. People feel authentic people are rebel people because what we do is not accepted by a lot of people, and a lot of people will leave you also in your journey because you're authentic, because they're afraid that they will be unka patta khul jayega. But I think that's the best thing, because you repel people who are not good for you when you're authentic. So people who are not great for your growth will leave you, and that's a good place to be in. So being authentic is easy, very, very, very simple. It just needs a push from someone, and बोलते ना एक कम्युनिटी हो या कोई पकड़ ले हाथ और बोले कि नहीं तुम जैसे हो तुम अच्छे हो. That's what everyone wants to hear. सबको सुनना है वो. But no one tells others also, because हम भी बोलते नहीं है किसी को. So the same thing doesn't reflect to us also. We try to change people. We try to teach people. I used to call myself teacher till 2023. But after I became a self authenticity facilitator, I started calling myself as a facilitator and not a coach or not a teacher, because I don't want to teach anything. I have understood, I have realized, and that wisdom I've got, I cannot change or teach anyone. I can be myself and I can inspire people. So just be yourself. Other surroundings will get inspired and change themselves.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
You know something, just I just got from your point when you're saying that be you and you choose to do some things. And so when you were saying that I can choose to take a chocolate, but I ask myself, so many times, you know what happens is when people ask to themselves, then they say, okay, it is needed, I have to do
Mm.
this. Or sometimes they're not even asking. So it's like it's
Yeah.
a, in a middle situation. That means you are,
Always confused.
yeah, it's like I want to do this, but I don't know why I'm doing this. Sometimes I'm asking others, and sometimes even I'm asking myself, I'm not getting answer. So this
Mm.
I feel is a state where people lost their connection with their own self, what
Yeah.
they really want. So if you
Yeah.
see somebody who is not able to give his or her own answer, then what you suggest to them or what you ask them to start with so that you know they can take that connection back with their own self.
I would say pause. Pause, because you're rushing, you're running, you're trying to get validation from outside. You're trying to fit in, and that's where you're lost. So pause. Or every single person who comes to for my session, I tell them, how many pause in your life have you taken? And they don't have answers, because the pause is also distracted. हम बोलते हैं कि मी टाइम है, बट मी टाइम में हम लोग स्क्रोलिंग कर रहे हैं. मी टाइम में हम लोग मूवी देख रहे हैं. मी टाइम में हम लोग सो रहे हैं. बट वी आर नॉट putting ourselves in a space where we're just reflecting and क्या बोलते हैं observation. We are just observing things. वो
Hmm.
नहीं करते. So pause and observe. Answer will come from within, because your inner child is eager to talk to you. वो
Hmm.
बैठा है कि मुझे पूछो,
उससे बात
क्वेश्चन करो
करो.
मुझे, आई विल आंसर. यू हैव नॉट इवन टॉक्ड विथ मी. हम खुद की आंखों के साथ भी बात नहीं करते. So when I am working, when you are working, Neha, coach, as a coach, you are talking to so many people. You are talking to my eyes now. You're talking to other people's eyes now. But when when is the time Neha talks to Neha? It's very rare, very rare. And in a day, if you're not taking that pause, how will you connect with yourself? Because the most important person in our life or the world starts with us, and we forget ourselves. And
Hmm.
then we say कि मुझे पता नहीं मैं किधर जा रही हूँ. Because the child knows everything. The inner child knows exactly where the person wants to go. But we
Hmm.
don't even communicate with ourselves. So the first thing which you can do to connect yourself is pause, talk to your eyes, and be there. And allow your eyes to say the reality. Don't just say तुम गंदे दिखते हो, या तुम ugly हो, या तुम beautiful हो, या कुछ. All that is only बोलते हैं ना physical thing, appearance.
Hmm.
The inner thing will come when exactly वो pinch भी करेगा कि
Hmm.
तुमने क्या किया, तुमने ये 2-3 साल मेरे साथ बात ही नहीं किया, या फिर I would say some people come and tell me that I've not even talked 40 years of my life to myself.
Yes.
And what did I do? But then the answer is 40 years nahi kiya. Today you have got an opportunity. Why to miss it?
Yes.
Start talking today. Today is the moment. So live the moment at this present moment and just talk to yourself. Ask what you want. You will get answers. You will connect with yourself because when you become your best friend, you don't feel lonely. You
Yes.
feel so powerful.
Yes.
So when you connect with yourself, things change.
Yep. And the greatest takeaway is here, take a pause. Once you
Take a
pause,
pause
you
and
allow
start
yourself.
talking to yourself. Self
Yeah,
talk.
just the way she said, you start talking to yourself so that you can connect. And I love this, you start talking to yourself. And I was getting this one thing, do whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do
So,
whatever you want, but don't harm others.
yeah,
Don't hurt others.
yes.
Be
Keeping
considerate.
boundary in the mind.
Yeah, be considerate because you also wish that people will be considerate to you. So, whatever you wish people should reflect, you should be that person so that you get the same reflection back. We all are transparent and shiny. So, we shine in each other's eyes.
Correct, correct, correct. And
That's
that's
the reason.
what people wants to see in you or in others. So it's like, just the way you say that what people wants to see in your life. So it's like soul is watching to the other soul instead of a business owner is watching to somebody whom they can take a business,
Yeah,
or somebody who is not doing a business feeling guilty, or she's doing business and then I'm looking at different eyes. So what you
yeah,
said now, soul to soul,
yeah.
I should see, and that's where we can celebrate.
Connect.
And like the way, when you are saying all of this, I was just getting this question. It's like you have worked with so many people, you have connected with offline, online, all the
Yeah.
events. Have you observed any particular pattern or of blocks in people which stop them to being authentic? That means their inner child wants to be authentic, but somewhere they have the blocks which is stopping them. So can you just talk about few things?
Yeah. The major block I have observed in people, majority people, is they feel they have to prove something to others. And we are not here to prove others anything. So basically, they think they have to prove to their parents. If it is a kid, if it is an adult, they feel they have to prove to the family and the spouse and everyone, or the boss. So everywhere we are trying to prove ourselves, and we think that the other person whom we are trying to prove has uh, more power than us, but we forget that we all are equals. It's not about strength. We are good at something and someone will be good at something else, but we are all equals. So when we remove that inequality wala fear na, and someone is above us, वो वाला fear निकाल देंगे, तो I think being authentic will become very easy. So वो blockage निकालना बहुत जरूरी है कि for me, my parents are also equal to me. It's a two souls talking to each other, which Neha said now. So basically, all my retreats, I do retreats. I take people, a small batches of people to retreat, and we work on them. But my retreat has the rule: you can't come with your name or designation. You are supposed to come with the soul name. So you are not allowed to talk about I am this, I am that. Because when you talk about I am a facilitator, what happens? I'm narrowing down my own self. I'm more than that. I'm not just a teacher, or I'm not just a female, or I'm not just Namrata. Namrata is also given by my parents my name.
Yes.
So my soul name, I tell everyone, is real. I want to be real. This is what my soul should be. So when you connect with souls, all souls are equal. It's not about, maybe the experience will be some souls are young, old, whatever. But experiences alag rahenge, but that doesn't mean a child cannot have the wisdom, which will help the older generation. So I feel everyone is equal, and I learn from my student. So as a teacher, also I learned that it's not about teacher and student; it's about teacher and student. So it's like you teach and learn from each other. So it's like no one is superior. So when you leave that fear of superiority na kisi aur ka, then it becomes very easy for you to be authentic. That blockage has to be removed.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. And love to know about the retreat as well. That soul name which you just shared, that people shouldn't talk about what they do, because that's where they can be
They
who they
get stuck.
बच्चा बन के आ जाओ और
हाँ,
दूसरे
just
बच्चे के साथ
soul बन के आ जाओ कि you are yourself. Let's talk to ourselves. तो बहुत ज्यादा, and I love making people bored. मैं बोर करना चाहती हूँ लोगों को, because somewhere हम distract होके बोर नहीं होना चाहते, and then when we don't get bored, we don't actually ask the real questions. So
करेक्ट.
when you are in the dip of your life or you're bored, you ask the real questions. And that real questions transform a lot of things in your life. So yeah, I
And
think
that enhancing thinking also, that people think a lot about that particular thing which you said, no? All right. So when you said that you bore people, what is one thing you observe in people? Are they feel irritated? They want their phone back, or they want to go somewhere? What do you experience in your retreats?
they get very emotional.
Oh, yeah.
They get very emotional because they slowly start connecting with themselves. And when they start connecting with themselves, they understand how much they missed themselves.
Yes.
So they get emotional. A lot of people in my retreat get emotional about why I couldn't connect to myself before. And that's the only thing I want to do. My only vision as a facilitator is I really want people to connect with themselves and actually feel that happiness, because I have felt it, that connecting with yourself and being in the moment, how happy and how calm you can be. वो happiness मेरे को सबको feel करवाना है. That's my motto. Like this, if I do that, I am happy. So for me, it's not about money, or it's not about business. It's about just making people realize that you are so important in your own life. Start talking to yourself, start connecting with yourself, start being real with yourself, true to yourself. Yes.
And while I'm listening to you, now I'm just going behind the thinking zone, and I don't know, but it is taking me back to the place where the real authentic side of a person lies, where they need to connect with their own self, spend some time with their own self, being bored sometime, taking the sketch pens again because you do some artwork as well. So to
Yeah.
do all of that which you just shared, what initiative you have started? Like you already shared that that in your, it's like your ventures, introverts, and this art villa. So how do you actually initiate this thing in the people so that you just
I invite people for my coffee meets. This
yeah,
was one of the idea which came also from my experience of life.
yeah.
Um, I used to hate Starbucks. मुझे नहीं पसंद था Starbucks.
Mm,
But my husband used to love Starbucks because वहाँ पे चार्जिंग पॉइंट मिल जाता था. वहाँ पे आप काम कर सकते थे आराम से, आप किसी को भी मिल सकते थे फॉर योर ऑफिस द वर्क मीट एंड ऑल. But for me it was not that great place. But then once I lost my husband, I was just searching कि मुझे कुछ आइडिया चाहिए जहाँ पे I can connect with people. I love connecting people with people offline. Online भी अच्छा लगता है पर offline मुझे ज़्यादा पसंद है. So
mm,
the idea came that why not I should start talking to people in the coffee shops.
mm,
And I started a coffee meet. And कॉफी मीट ऐसी चीज थी जहाँ पे मैं पहले बिफोर विशाल लेफ्ट आई वाज अ पर्सन हु यूज्ड टू नॉट टॉक टू स्ट्रेंजर्स मच.
mm,
आई वाज अ लिटिल नॉट एक्सट्रोवर्ट नहीं और इंट्रोवर्ट भी नहीं, पर मैं मिडिल में थी. बट after Vishal left, I felt like Vishal has entered me and I have become so extrovert. I can talk to anyone, any stranger, anything. So this happened. I will share a very, you will feel it was a failure, but I felt it was a success for me.
mm.
In one of my coffee meet, no one turned up. There
Oh,
was no one.
okay.
And I ordered my coffee, I sat there. And in 5 minutes, I thought, this is the best coffee meet.
Mm,
And I was like, someone will be like, क्या पागल है बैठ के कॉफी पी रही है and she's saying coffee meet special है. But actually it happened to be special because I talked with each and every table in the coffee shop.
mm,
And my coffee meet, which is normally for 2 hours, went for 6.5 hours. I left the coffee shop at night, 11:30 or 12, when the coffee shop was getting shut. So
mm,
I talked with every single person, 20, 25 minutes, each person,
mm.
sharing their experiences, talking about self worth. And it was the best coffee meet. So I feel somewhere when when you take an initiative and when you have thought कि ऐसा होना चाहिए पर वो नहीं होता. So as Namrata, I love having challenges. I love exams. I love having things reality to be completely different than what I've planned. And that gives me like a thrill कि अभी तो कुछ नया करना है. So creativity comes there. So I do coffee meets, I do retreats, I take one to one, and this is how I help people.
Wow, lovely. And this reminds me of the people who do webinar and think कोई नहीं आया आज के सेशन में. Sometimes they feel even
मैं तो
guilt.
नाचती हूँ, मेरे वेबिनार में भी एक दिन नहीं आया था कोई.
Honestly, you just start enjoying your company the way Namrata shared that she start enjoying her company. You'll be the far most best coaches in the world if you are somebody who do webinar. We have so many people who are just I'm just going through the comments as well, and I hope
Yeah,
somebody needs to hear this. Some if sometime nobody comes, that's the best time to celebrate. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Thank.
Celebrate your own presence there. Okay,
Yeah.
you didn't give up. You came here. So you have to pat yourself and celebrate and dance. That's the moment you have a free hand. Now you don't have to do the webinar wale slides nahi karne hain.
Mm,
Or you can do whatever in that 2 hours. It's meant for you.
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Namrata, for sharing all the golden nuggets. I feel like I'm going back to the childhood. I was feeling so many things. I'm experiencing a connection right now. So, all of you who is thinking that Neha is taking pause again and again, Neha is going back to her thinking zone.
Yeah.
That is happening with me right now. But as a format, we need to keep it short so that,
Yeah.
everybody will understand the concept here. So, the concept
Yeah.
which we discussed here is being living a I would say live a authentic life, start living the way you would desire, as the mission which I understood from Namrata. And Namrata, I totally resonate with each and every word of yours. And if somebody here who is listening to this conversation wants to connect with you, wants to come to
Yeah.
your retreat,
Yeah.
wants to talk to you about their own issues, sometimes there are challenges people cannot talk
Yeah.
in public. So,
Yeah.
would you like to share with them if they can connect with you and how?
Yeah, please, you can share, you can connect with me on Instagram. That is, I am Namrata Vishal. That's my, I will give the link in the comment below, definitely. And also, you can connect with my office number. That's 9324070607. You just message whatever problem you have, and our team will really try to help you out.
Thank you so much for sharing this. Anybody who is listening here, if you want to connect with Namrata, we'll share the link in the description.
Yeah.
Please to connect with her in case you feel something is missing in your life and you don't know what. You know the solution is talk to Namrata. That was I
Thank you
can
so
say
much.
here. And before we end today's conversation, Namrata, would you like to share any powerful message towards the audience who are listening us right now?
Okay. One message is very, very clear. Today, don't wait for tomorrow. Today, at present, go and smile at yourself and talk to yourself. That's the message I want. I want people to talk to themselves. Everything will change.
Wow, that's nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. And all of you, please, if you want to share your takeaway from today's Coaches Talk Show, please share in the comments. We would love to hear from you. And we'll take a pic, Namrata, together. That is a ritual for the Coaches Talk Show. I'll share that on a story. If anybody wants to share their takeaway or wants to repost, they can do. So we'll create a heart like this so that, yeah, done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving your time from your busy schedule. I love the conversation which you shared here, and somehow I was going back again and again in those thinking zones. So um, I would just request to each and one of you who is listening right now this conversation that in case you feel like something can really boost your life, that is not a skill or a knowledge, that is you who are missing your own self. So thank you so much, and we'll get back with another speaker on this coaches talk show. In case you want to share this episode with anybody, you can share, and please remember to share the takeaways with us. Thank you so much. Bye bye, everybody. See you all next time. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Because